Let's do a little friction here, right? They give us the static coefficient. That's to get it started. That's the kinetic, right? So the force of static friction is going to be mu times m times g, right? So the mg is the force holding them together, right? So the static friction will be the big coefficient because it's always harder to start something going, right? And then it's 6.8 times 9.8. So let's calculate that. 0.34 times 6.8 times 9.8. That's 22, I'll say 0.66 newtons, right? Or 22.7 newtons is what it says on the sheet. Okay. Let's find the kinetic friction. That's just going to be mu mg. The only difference is we'll use the kinetic coefficient, which is that, right? So 0.17 times 6.8 times 9.8, right? Okay, so 0.17 times 6.8 times 9.8. All this multiplying, 11.33 roughly. Okay. Oops, can I get a pen back? Equals 11.33, and that is newtons of force. And that's if it's sliding. So if it's bumping along, sliding along the surface, that's the force opposing you. If you exert more than that force, it'll accelerate. If you exert less than that force, it'll start to slow down and stop. This is the force you need to break it free, right? So if the block is at rest and I exert 27 newtons, well, that's not going to cut it, right? Oh, wait, no, that is enough to cut it. Okay, so if I exert 27 newtons of force, is that enough to break it free, right? Does it slide? Explain your answer with numbers or words. Okay. Well, 27, the applied force is bigger than, you need to write this down in words, right? 27 is bigger than 22.66, which is the maximum static friction, right? So use words, say that is the maximum static friction. So yes, it will slide. Okay. If the block is at rest and I exert a force of 20 newtons, well, let me just say 20 newtons isn't enough to break the thing free, right? You have to have more than 22.66 newtons to break it free, right? So 20 newtons is less than 22.66. So the applied force of 20 newtons, write this in words, is less than the maximum static friction of 22.66 newtons. So no, it will not slide. Interestingly enough, if I exert 20 newtons this way, then the force this way is just equal to 20 newtons, right? It's like a wall, right? I can exert up to 22.66 newtons of force. If I exert more than that, I break the wall or I break it free, right? But if I exert 1 newton, it'll exert 1 newton the other way. If I exert 2 newtons, it'll be 2 newtons the other way. If I exert 20 this way, it'll be 20 that way, 21 this way, 21 this way, right? If I exert 22.67 newtons, however, it'll break it free and it'll slide. And then, by the way, this force becomes relevant, okay? So that's the basic idea there.